When you get to the website, the first thing you're going to want to do is log in. And if you've forgotten your password, you can see right up here, I forgot my password. Click on that button. And what will happen is you'll put in your email, and it will send an email to your email address with a new password. So we click back to Northwestern Lake Development, and I'm going to log in as test user. Okay, now I'm logged in. Okay, the first thing you notice is that you have these various menus here, which when you move the mouse over them, they highlight. So we have home, we have site directory. This is a directory of how to get around the site. And most importantly, we have help, which is going to tell you and give you a short version and a larger version of how to use the site, how to make posts, and how to basically get information. Contacts, you can send an email message to Mark King just by using this form here, or if you want to send a message to the site administrator, which temporarily right is me, Bill Prothero, admin northwesternlake.earthednet.org. This may change, so watch for it. Okay, other thing you can do is, that's really important, is do a category search. Postings have a categories assigned to them, and so you can click if you want to get all categories. These are hierarchical, but you want all general information categories. You click on this and you get a list of all the categories and the dates they were posted. The order of these is by date, and so when the list gets too long, you'll get a way to go to the next page. So let's go back to category search. This is the main way you find things. And let's see, notices and events. Notice when you make posts, you're going to assign a category to that post, and that'll determine which one of these headings it goes under. So one thing we hope is that you will feel very free to make posts and mess around with the site, and you won't have to worry if you make a mistake. You can edit it, you can change it, you can delete it, whatever. So very important. You can see right now that I've made a category called Members General Postings, and I put up something that is relevant to our Condit Dam drain down, which is a video showing the lake drain down. And just to give you an idea that you can put anything up there. And so we'll look at the category descriptions here. If you go to site directory, it will give you a description of what each category means. And we will get into categories when I talk about posts. One thing you need to know about the site is that your privacy is up to you on the site. You can, when you make a post, you can make it private, and so only certain categories can read it, or you can make it public so the entire world can read it. So let's talk about how to make a post. What you need to do is go to the very top once you're logged in, and it has this new post. So click on post, and you can make this post. So my help post, I'm just going to call it that for the heck of it, and we can then add information. This is my test post for the sake of a help video. And you can use these items up in the top to format your post, to make links, and it's just kind of like Microsoft Word. So if I want bold, I double click on that word, click bold. I can call it categories. I want to make heading 1, and I would select it, and then I would give it a heading list, and that's just the formats of the heading 1. And you can fiddle with these, and it will, nothing you can do to hurt them. Okay, so now when I make a post, we've got several things that you need to be aware of. One is who can read this post. Now, if you want only local homeowners, members of our association, to be able to read the post, then you click NW Homeowners. If you want also local residents to be able to read it, then you would click this one. Now, on occasion, the board of directors may want to post something that is basically internal discussions that they will want to make public later. So what you would do if you did that is just Northwest Board of Directors. So you want to click one of these, otherwise nobody will be able to read it. The other thing you can do is check the visibility over here. Is it going to be a private or a public post? Now, it's default by private. If you don't check this, it's private. That means only people in our community can read this post, or only people really that are logged in. But if you don't check this local residents checkbox 2, it will only be readable by our local members. But some stuff is really of interest. Some fire policy, fire preparation stuff is interest to the general community, and we want to contribute that. So I'm going to leave this private. And now we go down here to categories. This is where this is really fairly important to get the right categories for you, because it determines how people will find your posting. So let's do just members general posting. So it'll show up in that category. And we have notices and events for local neighborhood, for members, so you might want to click both of those if you want the whole community in the area to see these. Fire response, association documents, normally those are private just to our community. The other thing is this: do you want notifications to go out? And normally what is set up is an email notification is sent out of new posts, and I'm going to click this because this is just for a help thing, and there's no point in notifying the entire people that I have logged in so far. Okay, so now I'm going to go to publish, and what that does is publishes post. Okay, so it's taking a moment to make that change. Now I want to go back and look at the post online, so I do click back to the site. Now I can go category search and look under members general posting. That's the category that I gave it, members general posting. Here it is, my help post. I click here, and this is what it shows. Now suppose I don't like it, I want to delete that post. I go back up here to dashboard. I look at posts, all posts, and I can click all these different things. I can click all, and I get everybody's posts shown here. I can click my posts up at the top and only get mine. So I'm going to click trash right here. You can edit, you can view it, you can trash it. If you edit it, you want to change the categories, etc., you can do that to your own posts. So I'm trashing this post, and it will disappear in a moment. Okay, now I'm going back to the website. There's another operation that's very important, is it's setting the parameters and what kinds of things you want to get emails from. So if you want to set, how do you follow a post? Maybe you don't like any emails coming when people make posts. You can decide. Okay, so we're looking at our subscriptions. Now this is unique for each member can set these subscriptions. So you can decide what categories you want to get posts on. It turns out that this user I've set up has checked every category practically to get a post, notice for posts. Now, the other thing I can do is do not send notifications for posts made by these authors. Now, this is actually a list of all the members, all the logged in people in this on this site. So you can check. Maybe I don't want to get posts from these test users, so I just can click that and update preferences. Okay, the other thing is comments. Now this is another way of finding posts. Actually, if you get into this dashboard and look at posts, and we get all posts, you can search for posts and find which ones you want. So maybe I want to make a comment on a post, and so I'm going to make a comment. I'm going to view this post, director's meeting minutes, just for the heck of it, and I'm going to leave a reply. So down here I can make a comment. This is a comment on this post. Great job, Mark and directors. Okay, now I'm going to post a comment, but before we go down, if you want to notice and get emails that somebody else makes a comment on your comment or a comment on this post, you can click this right there. Unclick this if you don't want new posts by email. So I'm posting this comment. It goes on the comment. So here's the comment up here. And the whole idea is to encourage you to comment. If you have a comment, feel free to comment. So I'm going to edit this, and I think I can trash this. Move to trash. Okay, and take that out because it's just a test. So, director's meeting minutes, I want to click on that. There's our director's meetings minutes. And go back. Okay, just a little more here. I want to emphasize the help pages. And this basically, once you get tired of listening to this video, you don't want to listen to it if you just want to find one item, you can look at this help page and you can get various kinds of instructions on what to do to remind you of the operations you have to do. Categories, how do you do categories? Tells you about categories. And in fact, this gives you more info about categories than the actual site directory. So it's very important to try to get an appropriate category so people can find your post, but don't worry if you make the wrong category. It's not a big deal. You can change it or not, whatever. So okay, that's about it as far as a quick overview of the site, and feel free to play around. You can't hurt it, and good luck, and I hope this is useful for you. Bye.